Zeke, I want to pivot just a moment to the topic of Iran. And there's another clip I'd like to play from President Trump's exchange with CBS News White House correspondent Weijia Jiang. She asked him about those injuries that were sustained by U.S. troops when Iran fired missiles at Iraqi military bases. Let's listen.
A question on Iran. Initially, you said repeatedly to Americans that after Iran retaliated for the Soleimani strike, no Americans were injured. We now know at least 11 U.S. servicemen were airlifted from Iraq. Can you explain the discrepancy?
No, I heard that they had headaches and a couple of other things, but I would say, and I can report, it is not very serious.
So you don't consider potential traumatic brain injuries serious?
They told me about it numerous days later. You'd have to ask Department of Defense. No, I don't consider them very serious injuries relative to other injuries that I've seen. I've seen what Iran has done with their roadside bombs to our troops. I've seen people with no legs and with no arms. I've seen people that were horribly, horribly injured in that area, that war. In fact, many cases those bombs put there by Soleimani, who's no longer with us. I consider them to be really bad injuries. No, I do not consider that to be bad injuries, no.
So, Zeke, what has the response to the president's comments been?
Well, there's been some backlash from veterans groups saying the president appeared tone deaf to sort of the invisible wounds of war that we do know more about as a society, as a world now, as it advances in medical science and imagery have come about, and that while there were no necessarily visible wounds to these soldiers, which may have led to that assessment on the night of the Iranian counterattack, that the fact that the Pentagon took that extraordinary sort of step or significant step of airlifting those troops to various medical facilities in the region for additional monitoring is an indication that something potentially was wrong there, and that the president is under some criticism that maybe his response was a little bit glib in that moment there, and didn't fully consider the breadth of and the totality of the potential harm that could befall these soldiers going forward, given all that we know about traumatic brain injuries.